What's up, guys, and welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are having a good time as we are on the lower bracket section of the playoffs today. It's been a pretty gnarly row, but before we start to talk about the teams, I need to introduce myself. I am Donut, your caster and your host for today, as we are going to be going through the EPL games. We are a little bit late, so very sorry for that, but we are about to hop into it. So we have the players getting ready on the server at the moment, so let's go about our first best of 3 for today. And on the playoff brackets, we can actually see what's been going on. So I am proud to say that Heimo is still in the groove. They are on a lower bracket, though. They did lose to a respectable game against Revenant. They won their first map, and after that, it was just a Revenant show as they won their games 13-4 and 13-3, if I remember correctly. Johnny Speeds, well, they went without a hiccup against Los Kogutos. Los Kogutos did show their claws on their previous games, and they just got destroyed 2-0. They have still a lifeline here as they're going to go against Rosomaha's team on the lower brackets, which will be the first game of today. And after that, it will be Heimo versus Lightbeat X. So we still have a finished team on the grooves, and we still get to cast one, which is going to be one of the best things that we get to do. Los Kogutos have a team made up of Darchawheel, Enzo, Nami, Yuvro, and Chuddy. We were talking about a lot of Enzo's situations and moments. It was looking good in some of the clutches, some of the entry games that we had on the last time we were actually casting Los Kogutos games. And on the other side, we are going to be hopping to the other team, which will be Rosomaha's team. I will be pretty much mispronouncing the name for throughout the day. Hopefully that's okay for you guys. But the team is made out of Rendy, Apog, Magan, Sketch, and Swem. That will be the first game of the day. After that, we will be hopping into the Finnish series, which will be the one that I'm the most interested for. Of course, we're going to have a lot of hype for this one as well, as we're going to be hopping into Nuke at first, which is going to be Los Kogutos map pick. They decided to ban Inferno straight at the start. Mirage will be picked by Rosomaha, and if we still need a decider, it will be on a badly known Anubis. Of course, we're hopping into a pistol round that already has most of it played. That's the best thing to get. It's a sloppy second. So welcome to the stream. Okay, we're a little bit late, but it's okay, it's okay. Life is life. Technical problems and all. But yeah, seems like Los Kogutos starting off with a bit of a banger, trying to push things worse. It seems like we actually had a lobby rush coming in from Rosomaha, as the bomb and most of the players dead are inside of it. And that will be the first round for the Ukrainian team. Meanwhile, the Poles looking to maybe turn this around. This is their map pick. There's a reason they've picked it. So we're going to see why. At this level, usually in some of these teams, especially thinking about the talent that they have to go against, they don't know about every single map, or they don't know how to play every single map, so we might actually see bans based on the enemy's weaknesses. This might be one of those. Nagan is going to be just jumping directly to the vents, playing the outside position. And meanwhile, Chuddy will be leading the charge behind the smokes. This is a buy round from them. Not a single penny being saved, except from Yevro. 350 for the next round. Meanwhile, Los Kogutos. A little glimpse that SMG is not going to do a lot of damage from that corner. And Magan's just winning on the other side of that smoke. Anybody who wants to go through? They might find a little bit of a party behind it. And for a round like this, it gets awfully silent. Almost as eerie. Let's go Kogutos. Still a minute on the clock to play for. Maybe the idea was to fake the outside play again. Finally the push is coming through. Magan will be the only player from the Squeaky. From the single door, try to hold this on, and this could still be a vent dive. Top 5 gone. Nice first shot for the single door. Now they understand where the hold is coming from. Enzo will be the first one to go down. Yuvro leading the charge outside, or actually inside. That's going to be Navi's catch. A lot of time to get that kill, but it's not going to work out. Randy comes out with one. That's going to be Swemmy on the defense as well, but Yuvro grabs the bomb and still plays it from the hut. It's a man disadvantage. And Los Kogutos They still have a bit of a chance. The problem is the full defense is just waiting on the other side of that smoke, and that nade is definitely going to open it up. Behind the silo, they actually get a little bit more of a space. You're going to get that bomb down. Challenged immediately. Magant comes out with a nice double. Around again for the side of Rosomaha. They gave the chance for that bomb plant. A couple of kills, but at the end of the day, it's a fairly decent round from them. Los Kogutos, on the other hand, in my opinion, they had a bit more of a chance if they committed just a bit more to the lower side play. Or were just a bit sharper with the outside, upper side push. But of course, thinking about the equipment, not a bad round from them. Hello, Donut, you... I'm not gonna say the word, but beast. Okay. Sexy. Okay, dude. Thank you. Thank you. That made me feel so good. I'm good. I was fishing on the weekend, and we actually managed to find some perch finally, so I'm happy. Hopefully you guys had a beautiful midsummer. Hopefully you were fishing. Hopefully you got some fish. That makes a man proud. So, a bit of a defensive play this time around. Scat from Yivro. This is going to be good for that one frag. It's going to be Magant with the long distance spray. Or the taps. Guess that one trade. Darkville is already a little bit low. So, considering the trades, the one-to-one trade works out for Los Kogutos in a way. That could have been just an entry for them. Meanwhile, looking at the HP, it's still playing for the side of Rosomaha. You were working on a midsummer. I got July off, thankfully. Yeah, I actually have the exact same thing. I was working on Saturday and Sunday. This catch from Randy. Chuddy goes down. That's a bit of a push coming in from the ramp. Okay, Randy comes out with a double kill here. And Randy was definitely one of those players. He started to pop off with the op. Oh, God. This is exactly what we're about to get at. What we are about to get. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Los Kogutos, they have been melted. Bit by bit. Enzo S8. Okay, I'm just gonna say it like that. Okay, let's give Enzo a little bit more time to maybe wake up here. The whole team is not doing that well at the moment. But of course, this is just the starting rounds. Usually, it's very usable. This is the point where some of these teams are still testing the waters, just trying to understand how the enemy team is playing. So, until we're on round number 4, if we haven't still seen anything. Of course, considering that we might see a little bit of a half of a buy here. So, we might actually see a Galil full with that one AK. I'm gonna give them until round number 5 or 6. If we still haven't seen anything that comes close, it doesn't mean that the map has been lost, but there might be just a little bit of a too slow of a start for Los Kogutos. Maybe Rosomaha, they woke up fired today. Early utility being used. This is just going to be a half buy. Techie 9s and a Deagle with that AK. And we know exactly how crazy these Tech 9s can be, especially close range. You use the right utility to get close. Oh, that nade is going to be beautiful. Perfect timing as well, but the problem is it doesn't open up the smoke the right way. He does actually spot a player. Catches a bit of a headshot there. Torch wheel. Oh, he's been a little bit unlucky. Enzo comes up with the first kill. Oh, you see Enzo not doing that bad, is he? Sketch comes up with the kill onto you, bro. That's going to be sweated one onto Nami. But Enzo tries to extend the kill towards the CP side of that one. It just doesn't work out. Whammy holds it down with a 3K. Even swaps the weapon in between. That's kind of a bit of a spit in the face for an enemy player, but sometimes you just have to make it happen. The problem at the moment, it's very simplistic how they're trying to get into the sites. We have barely seen any real smoke plays except outside utility. There are some smokes you can actually throw on top of the sites. You can cut off the squeaky area from the site. You can smoke off the main from different locations. Try to extend the push actually coming in from the HUD as well. A lot of utility that you can use in a flashback too. We're not really seeing that. It's just a very slow play trying to catch off some of these players. And at the moment, Rosomaha, they seem to be... Well, they seem to be a bit sharp today. If they keep this up, this is definitely a way to bleed players. That's going to be Enzo dropped off again. APOC coming in with the lobby push. Still nobody holding it. They're starting to rotate. It's going to be Randy again with the first shot. Spawning down the second place. Take 9 comes into hand. That's going to be the power of it. Taps down the first player easily. Juddy directly to Lumbridge. No teleports back. At least it is a trade from Darkshay. But the problem is to get one trade and lose 3 players. That's definitely not the way to go. Now at least some utility. Spawning down the player behind the silo here. This could be a way if they could actually get the kill, but the problem is he's playing this so well at the moment. No reason to peek. The only thing he has to do is just to play a little bit more time. The double doors even opening up. Oh, it's getting worse and worse by the second. Look at the map where Swemmy's waiting from. The second they start to push out, it is just going to be a spray down. Of course, the cameraman is drunk at the moment. It doesn't matter. Darkshay comes out with the trade. Takes that bomb towards the upper side. And I think even over there behind the box, yes, it's going to be APOC and a player in the vents. Darkshay is definitely not going to get that bomb down. It's done. Roso. Okay. Boys looking crispy at the moment. That's a hard place to be at. I've heard some casters call him Zippo. What are you talking about? What is called the Zippo? I got a Zippo lighter. Alright, full AK buy. Actually, with a deleted. Enzo. Taking a little weapon, knowing that he might be the one to make it happen. Oh, outside kill already coming in from Darkshay before the player gets in towards that warehouse. Nice catch. Maybe getting a little bit too sloppy. APOC is Zipok. Okay. That's an interesting one. But for me, the E is like a... E. Oh, God. Oh, no, this is just a shutdown at the moment. A blenderized round. The meat is tender. Dig in. Just the absolute shutdown. And that's exactly what I was talking about. It was the 1v1s. And to be honest, in that situation, it was a 1v2 versus 1v2s. So many of them. Just running into the blender one by one. Los kogutos. They are a bit off base at the moment. Even the last kill coming in, before the squeaky right there. Sketch takes a bit of damage, but doesn't really worry them that much. It's round number 6 with nothing on the board from the side of Los Kogutos. And this is exactly what I was talking about. A slow start with barely anything thrown on the table. The problem is they're pushing 1 versus 1. They get the outside control. Usually when you get that much control towards the main to push in towards the side that free, you like to use some utility. You like to use some smokes, maybe some flashes. This is just them walking in. And the worst part of it, you can't actually even walk in dry. That's not the problem. The problem is they're doing it one by one, not really winning any of the fights. When that doesn't work, please stop. The Rehti doesn't work out if you're not finished. It works only for the finish side players. No utility, dry peaks. Welcome to film. Meanwhile, from the side angle, oh, he's just gonna be winning this fight again, the exact same. And behind the silo, it's just gonna be Sketch to give us a painting. Due for him. And Magant even steps in with 1, and this is just a horrible show at the moment. A horror show. I was actually thinking about watching a horror movie for today. I didn't know what I wanted to pick. There was a Dracula show coming in from Prime. But to be honest, looking at this at the moment, seems like I found it. Took me a long time though. By the way, Jack, good question. You're at vampires or zombies? this time around. They are ready for the push. Swemmy still gets a kill before Nami gets that trade. Running down the player, jumping into the controller. That's going to be Enzo with the lower side control already. 12 HP to play around with, and especially with Randy pushing in from the left side of that ramp. This is the shot. That is going to be the 1v1 on the side, and there's nobody else underneath there. They're so far away from the bomb. He can actually go for the defuse. It's not going to happen. Another fight coming in from Zipak, Apoc, whatever you want to call this man. And he's just smoking down the side, taking down the fuse. Actually, Darcy, in accident, gets that frag because he's still on the line of sight. And it's a 2 versus 2. Could this actually be the first round? 13 seconds left on the clock. Yvro gets the first shot onto Randy. That's going to be Sketch with the trade. And the door has been closed down like a gentleman. And Darcy is not baiting, but at the last possible timing, he's going to go for the swing. And 0.40 is going to be put on the board. His body sacrificed for the gods. And there's still a chance for Los Kogutos. What? Goku? Hello? Okay. Finally something on their own map pick. Los Gokus. Los Dragon Ball Z's. Los Dragon Balls. Oh, there's so many ways you can say that. Could they take the 5 rounds straight? Trophy room, hold at the moment. Anybody who wants to play inside the smoke. There's a little bit of a firing squad on the other side of it. Yeah, I'm not going to say that word again, but yeah, they are getting on an Jack Limbs. Apoc spots the ramp push. It's going to just play this passively this time around. Now Molotov extends the push for a couple of seconds. Gets into a very passive. Enzo actually finds the first forward. Okay. Controls that M4 perfectly. No reason to go for the full spray. Knows that he just has to go for a couple of tappy taps and he good. Another kill from the controller at the moment. Coming in from the other side of that. But they do come up victorious. And that's that 1 kill for the ramp. And Yvro shuts down the left side push as well. Swemmy finds an early retirement there. And that's the 2nd round. Okay. It's starting to affect the money too. Swemmy. Well, when they told to invest, he didn't. Just a bit left for the next one. He could go for an SMG. That's exactly what it's going to go for. MP9. It's like I can see the future. My question. Can Los Kogutos keep this up? Only 2 rounds is not going to be that insane. If they could make this 5, it's still very doable, especially with a couple of players. Remy pushing in behind Nami. How do you shoot? How do you miss that one? Swemmy comes out even with a 2nd kill. The catch coming in for the single door. Apoc very close towards the player. And Vivro is very low in HP. The second it started work, that's where it all goes tits up. Watch the vents, does a little bit of a sidestep, but it doesn't matter. The bomb has been dropped and Shotty left alone. The push coming in from the double doors. And a bit of a catch. A 7.62 directly to the cheek. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Rosomaha team. Maybe drop the team part, but 8 on the board. Ellos están enseñando very fantástico. Very good. Very good. Let's go. Off to a new one. Particularly at the door. He seems to be Nami. Trying to challenge whoever wants to take a peek from the inside. Okay, catching one of the players outside. That's going to be Enzo. Very aggressive, but he gets traded. Apoc actually finds Nami at the same time, so... Squeaky, an outside player. Aggression already being dropped. It seems like they understand that there's a push coming. You can just see the lineup. Massive and they're not just running into these defense. Shotty has no idea where the 2nd shot came from. Gets taken out as well. Yvro. He's like 100 meters behind. Wondering what happened on this round where we got outside control. Okay. At least a couple of taps coming there. He's going to be dropping down Apoc with that Galil. Could change for a better weapon, but the problem is he knows there's a timing coming in. The second that the weapon hits the floor, It's going to be a swing from Swemi, but Swemi is a bit far away at the moment, just playing this passively as well. The only thing he has to do is just win this one. That's another shot from Uvro. We heard a couple of shots coming in from that M4. Maybe he faked the full sidestep, catched him off a bit. And an AK on his hands at the moment, a better weapon, even with a bomb. The problem is Magan into dual doors. This could be the fake, but the problem is he's gonna go full for the plant and Magan. That's just gonna be a simple door open headshot for the player. The round is done, 9 on the board, and the amount of possible rounds for his health is just starting to lower and lower by the second. Only 1 to be played for. 3 is the maximum amount for Los Kogutos. On the last MRs that we had, they could have still actually come back in with a very decent health. For example, 6 on the board. That's very doable. But of course, looking at some of these rounds that Los Kogutos have shown us, it hasn't been that pretty. Hasn't been that pretty. Timeline music adjust. What up, Donut? Standing as usual. Actually, I hate this point here. I'm sitting at the moment, but I can change. I can change, please. All right, ramp aggression. Wendy again with that off. He's been so impactful over here. Now he just get the trade. This time around, he's not gonna come out with a triple. So 1-to-1 trade. To be honest, not. That's a very good weapon too. That's something they can pick it up. That nade might have just pushed it to the wrong spot. I'm not entirely sure where that flew off, but Apoc is gonna play very close to the smoke. Oh, is he gonna push it? No. A full. He still gets a kill from there. Okay, Nami comes out with the trade at least, but Apoc, I'm not entirely sure how he got that kill. Comes out victorious. Thinking about that, he actually pushed against 3 players on that situation, but if it works, it works. Meanwhile, a push coming in from the Sigrid. Ufro has 2 players against him. Magan is going to be dropping him down, and as it is going to be a full side push, Bomb will be planted from behind. So actually comes up with a kill. That's going to be Nami with the second one towards the double doors, but from the single, Swemi tries to catch off the timing. Oh, that nade could be it. Oh, it's just on the other side. Oh, it's just on the other side. And it's going to be the smoke for him to extend on the side. He knows one of these players all low in HP, and that's going to be Enzo. He doesn't get on top of the catwalk. He's fumbling the jumps at the moment, but behind the smoke, it is going to be Enzo to win that fight anyways with the help of his teammate. And Los Gokutos. At the end, they finally find a couple of rounds here. It is going to be 3 exact. And I have to say, looking at some of these rounds, I'm a little bit surprised that they even got 3. Oh, Google. Just relax. It's a little bit active today. Off we go. The question is, can they bring this back? Caster read chat question mark. No. Never done that. Alright. So, ramp control already. Tease. Try to barge in as quickly as they can. This will be them taking down the B side control. Even the calls coming in that the lower side has been on the Ross running is actually clearing the first angle. Spots down Nami. That's just going to be the first kill. But he comes out with a double kill. Okay, they're finally starting to gain control, but it's going to be the Glocks from the closer range. Whammy with a shot to dart hit. That's going to be Apoc to take down 1. Rosso starting to drop these players like flies left and right, and they are just pushing from all of the angles. And that is Rosso with 10 on the board. Los Kogutos. Not entirely sure what's happening at the moment. Just try to ignore. Okay. White edges with black. I love this one. This is a very good tactic. I think this is what Navi used on their last games of a major, you just take the HDMI cable out of the enemy's PCs and they don't see anything. Well, at the moment I kinda have to just read the chat, so how you guys are. I can actually try to cast the sounds. Somebody's scoping in with a scout at the moment. He missed the shot. We hear a couple steps. Very silent. Just like my room when I was a teenager. At the moment we can hear the ambient sound. Somebody is changing the weapons. Finally we got the screen back. Okay, here we are. Yeah. That was funny in my opinion. Okay. It happens every now and then. We got technical problems. Computers and stuff. That's a weird sticker on that MP9. Never seen something like that. What is that? I was right. It was a scout. So, Los Kogutos decided to buy in for this round. 7, 6, 5, 7, and 9 kills on the board. Everybody's under that 10 mark. And if he decided to shoot that wall right now, that could be a headshot. Be careful where you aim at. Anybody who wants to go for the swing right now, they can be catched by the scout. A little bit of attack. The question is how many more can you get? Already dropped the player this round. That's gotta be the second kill. So gets that headshot. That's gotta be Nabi from the clock to help out with a little bit. And Dache will be pushing down from hell to take out the control. And I have to say, a very brave decision from Roso to push in from the tightest spot from this map when they have a scout. Of course, we didn't see how the round started, so if they decided to go from outside, the scout was outside first. I do understand the change, but of course at that point, that's a very well played round from the side of Los Pollitos. Los Pollos Locos. Los Pollos Hermanos. Los Bok Bok Bok. Alright. Actually, I'm not sure if there's Bok sounds. They make or something like that. Alright, so behind a red, Vivro will be challenging basically all of the T-side teams. Triple could be posted at this point. That's gonna be a double for him. One of the players on top of the silos being already dropped. And Sketch behind the smoke just waiting. This is getting a little bit anticlimactic at the moment. Of course, if we see something... Well, I was waiting for something crazy, but... it's just Nabi getting that kill. A lot of money being gathered up on this round. Yuvro with a couple of kills on an SMG. That's going to look great on the bank. I'm just high on life. I love my life. To be honest, a bit of a break from casting really made me love it again, so... I was ready for this round to actually turn into something. Sketch. With those doubles, the problem is he was very low in HP. If he found a way to make that a one-on-one, that could have been a little bit of a hype round. Now it's just gonna be a Glock straight. What kind of strat can you go for a nuke with only kogutos? You're not gonna get absolutely shut down. Outside area is something that we actually saw back on the 1.6 days, like SK boosts on top of the catwalk. We don't have that anymore. They try to push in from the hut. He actually gets a launch up to that Glock. Okay, a couple of tags. Even actually dinks the player on top of the heaven. Not a bad way. Couple of players being dead. Almost even drops down Yivor if they got that bomb on top of that. Only with Glocks? Makes you think. That's not good. Los Kogutos, slowly but surely, they're starting to gain some rounds. But very slow. Now the question is, when these weapons get pulled out, and we still see rounds on the table. Paid in Polo Loco gift cards, yeah. There has to be a nice catch from Darche. Super perfect timing. Crosshair on point. APOC. He goes to the Neverland. Meanwhile, behind the smoke here towards the warehouse, that's gonna be a little bit of a better spot. Nami actually catches the player exactly like Randy was playing this. First player off the swing. Down for the second one. That opposition coming in from ramp is so impactful if they know how to play it. As long as you hit the shots, it's just going to be a shutdown. Enzo comes up with a second kill of the round. This is exactly what we're talking about. Enzo is a name you want to keep your eye on. Aggressive with that AK. And Jody just making a couple of steps. This could be just Enzo swinging into the duel if Selwemi gets that first kill. He's not where the player is. Back at turns against him, and that's going to be Jody at least with the trade. The same plan, other way around, and it still works. 7 on the board. 3 rounds away, and that was a buy round. Roso, I have to say it, not looking that great on their T side as well. And this is one of those situations when the Glock push from the HUD worked out so well without utility. Just think about the fact if they decided to go for a HUD push with some utility and rooftop flashes. Pretty basic. You wait up for the first line of the mollies. Fully blind the sight, just keep bombarding those flashes in. That could be around. Somebody's saying that it's a CT-sided map. Yeah, but it's not what we're seeing at the moment. We're just seeing a very horrible T-side for both of the teams. That's the problem. Because we have seen teams that can actually win shots on the T-side as well. Are casters paid hourly or per match basis? What are you talking? What is paid? Our family gets the win. On top of the heaven. Sorry, Silo. That's gonna be the first kill. At least with the drop on to Charlie. That's a 1-to-1 trade on both of the ends. But Darche comes out with the leading shot. That's gonna be Ivro with one of the kills as well. And Randy left as the sole player to try to sail through this chaos. The problem is they almost won that first interaction, but after everything else, it just didn't work out. Oh god. Wait a minute. The nuke is 55% CT. Of course, it's CT-sided caster. I never said it wasn't. Wait a minute. Did I say it was? I never said it wasn't. Yeah, what I meant is that, yes, it is a CT-sided map, but we have seen teams that can definitely destroy another team on a T-side. But at the moment, what we are seeing is just 2 teams with a very bad T-side. A bad T-side is, yes, harder to be on the the T-side. Okay, Luddi, I'm gonna. We have a saying in Finnish. Väännetään rautatangosta. Let's give me a second. This is the thing about statistics. You can have a statistic, for example, that okay, 5% of the vehicle drivers in Finland can have an accident. That's not a real statistic, but 5% of the vehicle drivers can have an accident on a car road. And you think, okay, that's 5% of the Finnish population. I have a 5% chance of actually crashing my car. But that's not what the stat actually means. The stat means is that if you know how to drive the car safely, that number is going to be way lower for you. But for example, if Josh, with an overtuned BMW with no brake upgrades, drives 200 kilometers per hour on a curvy road, well, his percentage are basically going to be 100. And that's what we're talking about. When you have 2 bad teams, it doesn't matter if it's CT or T-side, they're just going to be bad on the T-side. But if you have a good team on the T-side, because the problem is so far we haven't really seen any actual good rounds from either of them. Just basically very simplistic. Finally, we're starting to see this is exactly what I'm talking about. Utility usage with a push towards the A side. And oh, are they losing or are they winning? They're winning around. Holy moly. A man lead at the moment. That's going to be Nami on top of the heaven at the moment, trying to fight off for the side control. Spots the player behind the box. Tries to go for another drill shot. That's going to be the smoke on top of him. Try to catch him off of that board. One player being dropped down. It's a nice catch coming in from Nami with that P250. At least. Hits a couple of shots through the smokes too. Both of the players. He's being hit. Sketch is very low in HP at the moment. He's barely limping. That's going to be Sketch. If he times this perfectly, this could be a round for the team already, especially with that kill. Yuvro is going to go down and behind the box. The only thing Swimmy has to do is time that perfectly. And oh my god, is that a wonder? Oh, a T-sided round when they finally decided to go for some utility play. Isn't that great? Finally, something that works. And by the way, guys, if you use the promo code EPL, you get 50 cents and a 10% deposit bonus. Go and use it out. By the way, they even have a $450 giveaway on Key Drop. Enjoy that one. And we are heading into a second round. Or more rounds. Rosso with one on the board. It doesn't still affect the economy on the CT side that much. Let's see if they can actually do this. Magan through the smoke drops down you, bro. That's a first catch, and it's a quick one, too. From the hut. Just the standard play. Nami. Chuddy actually pushed down the smoke. Sketch hurt. That is going to be the defensive kill. The second one almost catches well. Darche gets one in between. Oh, the round is already starting to look a little bit worse. Rosso so close to their 12. But how is this possible? It's a 55% CT-sided map. It's not possible for the T's to win rounds. I'm joking. Sometimes you have to be an asshole, and I love to be it. So this is going to be a round where they're just going to be saving these weapons. Los Kogutos aren't going to be happy with you. But the problem is not enough to play around with. You have to think about the fact that we are going to be hopping into Mirage after this one. If I remember correctly, Los Kogutos didn't suck on Mirage. So let me actually check this out. What stats do we have on Mirage at the moment for Los Pollitos? Los Pollos Locos. How is their Mirage? Yeah, they barely have any stats. I remember them playing Mirage. So, let's see if they can keep it up. What microphone are we rocking, Caster? I actually have two. I have an SM7B, but I'm not using that one at the moment. I'm using the Logitech X Pro headset, which has another microphone. It's the blue one, and a mixer. So, just getting the headset with the microphone doesn't really work out. You need to get a mixer to purify the sound. Back to the game, as we are going to be seeing a ramp push in about a second. It's going to be Nami. From behind the boxes, going down by himself. This is the angle where he kind of has to hold the spray down. He comes out with a double, goes for the third one as well. And the USP comes out, thinks the player, but he doesn't just get the kill. That is enough insult to injury. Meanwhile, Magant actually gets a kill as well. This is a 2 versus 3. And a man disadvantage, but still doable. Depending how they want to do it, of course, the second I say that, Enzo is going to get a kill on the Randy. Magant just playing a slow, passive game style here outside. And off we go. Saving this AK for next one. It's going to be all they have, basically, looking at the money. With the round being lost in this manner, he's not going to get an injection of cash. But if any of the players need a drop, he could actually drop a Galil or buy utility. Looking at what they have. Oh, they actually have enough money. Oh, they're doing well. Magan can just buy utility, and this is just going to be a reset. Or it can drop even a weapon for Epoch. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to do. A Galil for him. Still gets a flash or some kind of a nade. Oh, wait a minute. That was his teammate. Another teammate. So none of the players are gonna go for the opposite at this time around. They could have gone for it if they wanted. A nuke. Only AKs or rifles. Good way to go about it. Usually being dropped at the start, that's gonna be just the standard way to try to hold it down. Rosso still has that 12 on the board. A single mistake on the CT side could lead in to a Mirage with a loss. Through the smoke for the main, and Enzo is actually ready for this one. But spots the player pushing in. How does he lose that fight? Magent has the time of the world to get that spray in, but it just doesn't work out. Enzo activates with a triple. And that is going to be Los Kogutos on their 10th round. 2 rounds away from a tie. Enzo. Oh my god, the boy's looking good on the server at the moment. Who was talking bad about my boy on the chat? Okay. You're getting banned. Enzo, baby. To be honest, I have to be entirely honest. The second swinger towards the main took a little bit too long to kill him, but hey, that happens every now and then. You don't fault the player for playing, you fault the game for sucking. Not CS. I'm not talking about CS. We get outside push forward. It's gonna be Darkshade to jump in top of that smoke and actually gets a kill on the sketch. From the trophy room, the real push is starting to emerge, and that is going to be the Molotov to try to push down the player if they still decided to play for this close angle. Swemmy just enjoys that volley. He's just taking everything out of it. Oh. Already push coming in. They actually spot down this one player from the... What a shot coming in from the Deagle. Just executes Ivro. And to be honest, looking at the numbers at the moment, 3 versus 3, not that bad of a situation to be at. But it's going to be the damage. Magent. Very low on HP. We barely can actually see the name behind that. Back around. Has to be a little bit careful. Just a single bullet can drop him. Not just talking about the op here. Magent will be the one to lurk. From the warehouse. Rosso waiting for Los Kogutos to step in, gain some information. Or... try to get map control. That could be the way to get that man advantage. But the problem is that they're starting to seep in and Nabi is still ready. They have to push in from the hut first. Nabi getting into a little bit of a passive situation. Magent, if he plays this correctly, he doesn't have to push in from the main. The only thing he has to do is hold it. From this distance, especially spawning down the player. Oh, taking down the trinity in his hand. Nabi comes out with the first kill. And from the hut, it is going to be Enzo to start wreaking havoc. A double kill for him at the end, sorry. And that is a round away that we're talking about of actually Los Kogutos. We could be talking about an overtime here. That round, a very simplistic push from the ramp. Even the utility burned their own teammates. By the way, guys, key drop. Could it be a 9-round pull? If you say 9 many times in a row, you sound like a old German counselor. Just saying. I'm not sure if that joke was a little bit too on the edge. Hopefully it wasn't. One round. This is the matter of a mistake or a full pullback. GG's. Utility being set up. That's gonna be the Molly. Oh, he actually even post them. Molly, but it's going to be an A-side play. The one we were talking about so long ago. You can utility dump this side. It's going to be a very hard spot to win at. Wait a minute. Enzo actually had the upper hand on that fight. How does he win that? Magent comes out with the kill. And my voice just cracked at the worst possible timing, but it doesn't matter. We're still going on. That's going to be the Molly to try to fend off the push. They're still not sending off the utility. This is exactly what we're talking about. Rosomaha waiting for Los Kogutos to spend everything. And then they're going to be pushing on towards that side. It's going to be that final smoke to try to fend it off. Yvro still has a Molly, but the problem is he's so far away from the action. And let's see if they can shut it down right here, right now. Extra smoke, and the last one being used. This will be happening at the 30-second mark. Guys, in the chat, be ready, be hyped. Because this is going to be either the push or the pull. Are we going to see an overtime? Are we talking about just a mirage? 25, 24, getting into that 20. First one. Still catching off the player, dropping in from the hot. That Molotov is going to be doing the work, even from the CT side of the vent. Just an easy kill from Magan to extend it to the double. Op shot lands. Oh, it doesn't. Nami misses that shot, the one crucial way to maybe bring it back. And they have to get in there. Already, even the changes coming in from the side of the ramp. Anybody trying to push in here is just going to be a hell show. Nami, almost impossible to catch a break. Hits the no-scope, drops down Magan, but he's going to be Swemmy on that quick trade. And I have to say, APOC, he has that one bullet, one chance, and that one chance to show it. And it's just going to be a headshot. And Nuke goes to the way of Rosomaha. And I have to say, that was a little bit of a worrisome game at the start. We were hoping for Los Kogutos to look a little bit better on the T side, but it just didn't happen. Only if they did get a couple of more rounds. If they got that 5 or 4, this could have been an entirely different show. But ifs and buts, if they could give you candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Okay. We're going to take a little bit of a break, hop back when we are ready, and that will be happening on Mirage, as that is going to be Rosomaha's own map pick. Let's see if it's going to be a 2-0 series, or are we going to be seeing an Anubis? We will be seeing you in about a 10 minutes period. See you then. Oh, God. Hey. Welcome back to the stream. I was thinking about the last map. It was an easy. Now the question is, Los Kogutos on the CT side of Mirage, can they actually start this off and maybe fan this all the way over to an Anubis? That's the question. Okay. First pick coming in from the underground. That's going to be Enzo with the information. And he will be getting away from that situation. A-Box still just looking around, getting underneath the lines here. Okay, that's a lot of information from the man. If they want to go for the B-side push, this could be just be it right here. Already with the player left on towards the A balcony to lurk around. He will be changing his quad. The push is coming in. A-Box gets that first tag, even understands that there's a player for the short. Playing it from the market, gives a lot of time for his teammates to push in. Finally gets that kill from the short. The second one from the window. A-Box. So much work is being done in this round, and Rosomaha, they absolutely destroyed this round. That one boost for the window worked out so well. Nobody holding down the window angle. Even getting even the information. And Los Kogutos. I have to give it to them. A bit of a lackluster start for today. Los Kogutos were looking pretty good on their previous games. Very sharp on those AKs. They did have a very simplistic style of play, but when it works, it works. When it doesn't, it just looks like this at the moment. Rosomaha, they can show off on the accuracy side as well. But I've always thought that this team just has a bit more on the side of the team play, just a little bit more. It's not great though, but for this level, it's kind of cool to see. So let's see if we can actually see a bit more from both of the teams. That's why we love this. As much power from one side as they can make. That usually makes for a very good match. Utility being used at the start. That is going to be a couple of utilities to fend off the middle. This is just going to be an B-side push, and it worked out perfectly. 3 players locked in. Meanwhile, the Molotov already being landed at the jump. True. The question is Swemi. He spotted that smoke. He didn't spot the player. I'm not sure if he heard the steps either. And this is a lot of rotations coming in for Rosso just to make this out. Just look at this one. The only player finally starting to push back in is going to be Enzo. And they're basically already in towards that middle, but they didn't use that timing for their advantage. Double fake. They're pushing in from the short. Look at this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They're playing chess when they're trying to play checkers. This is a very different looking round. Still goes for the backside push. Of course, this is just a very simplistic round in a way that... Oh my god, okay. A round that works out for Rosso so well. A double fake. To be honest, if they decided to go for the full A-side push, that could have worked out already. But just getting into that 3D space. That's what worked out for me so well. Scout shot misses. And this was a buy round from Los Kogutos. Los pollitos, los pollos loco. They've been just led like sheep. One executing shot, but it's going to be Randy to sacrifice his own player for one stat on the board. Arriba, abajo, a centro, adentro. Go. Remember to join Key Drop giveaway at the moment. $450. Use the code EPL to get 50 cents and a 10% deposit bonus. Shout out to Key Drop. Pushing on towards the A side. That's going to be the moment for the underbound. Used even from the side off the stairs. There's a lot of space being lost already. If they wanted to do anything with the Deagles, they really needed those clear signs of shots to come in, but it's not going to work out. Randy takes care of the player from the stairs, and this is just going to be Rosso coming with entries from every single side. Not skipping a beat. And for them to lose a player on a round like this almost looks like impossible. 4 kills for APOC, and it's been a fiery Serpent today. Looking very good on the server. Impactful as well. Multi-kills left and right. And the question is, are we really going to just be seeing absolute destruction here on Mirage? To be honest, I don't really give a damn who wins this one. I just wanted to see a good match. So let's go kogutos. It's time to get into that rooster mode. Make yourself a maverick. Now let's drive this puppy. Upper push. The CT side trying to be a little bit more aggressive here at the start. It's going to be Magan very close towards that middle. If he stays a bit too long, it's just going to be a destruction right here. But a nice trade coming in. Enzo comes up with that first kill. Magan gets that quick kill. Coming in for the upper side. Shuddy's fully confused at the moment. I'm not sure if he actually catched a teammate flash over there from middle. But he barely can see anything. Nice catch from Nami. He then burns down the Molotov, smokes it off for the rest of the players. He knew there's a player underground for the start of the round, but the push coming in from the upper could actually come up with a good shot. That's going to be the Molotov to push Nami out of that spot. He could actually go for the bomb, but very close. Nearly almost got it. The clock. Oh god, what a flick. Randy fends off this chance for this round, and already a push coming in from Navi. He's coming so close in from that middle, but he's not going to push in fully. Randy will be grabbing that bomb. Now the question is, does he read that Nami already left that angle? And he might be pushing him from the middle. He might even get the information that the bomb has been already picked up. And Randy is looking very good at the moment. He is pushing exactly the right side. Onami. Oh, he played himself. How to bamboozle your own self. This is the one-on-one how to do it. And Randy already with the bomb down. 54 points of damage. Health, sorry. 55 for Nami. It's going to be just that single shot from the op to win this round. Randy with a couple of kills underneath his belt already. That is going to be 1 for him. And another 1 to win this one. And Nami slowly getting in towards that B side. Randy. He has full control of what's about to happen. That's going to be the smoke and a pop flash. But already on top of the bomb. But a 10-second defuse is just not going to be enough. Randy clutches the round. And Los Kogutos, they play themselves. If you've ever wondered how can you play a multiplayer game by yourself, that's exactly how you do it. You play yourself. Los Kogutos, they had the chances. They won the starts. They even actually came on top. But it's going to be that one sinister op to shut it down and take it home. Oh my god. That's a very... This could actually be one of those situations where you want to go for a timeout. We were talking about a horror show before, but now at this moment, this is like a H.P. Lovecraft book. It's just not looking good. Oh god, for any of the characters. Los Kogutos. Time to wake up. Rosomaha running away with the first 4 rounds here. One opportunity for Los Pollitos to win this. And that's going to be Randy on the absolute clutch. And a well-played round for him. Rosso, they're playing this start very passively, understanding that they went for aggression in the last round. Hey, Caster, are you French? No. L'autre populaire? I have no idea what that means, by the way. That even means anything. A smoke for the window. Enzo will be catching the side of Swemmy. First nice kill. That's a nice catch. That boost. Window attempt. APOC will be getting the trade. The one kill that they finally got will be given back. Enzo gets a little bit too hungry. A little bit damage done from the smoke. That's gotta be Randy, but oh, the timing again. Sketch just pushes through that smoke. It's going to be the timings again and again and again. Los Kogutos just trusting these smokes a bit too much. Magan gets the kill on the side of Nami. And this is just going to be a beautiful play coming in from the Delpun. A shot to the face from the fountain. And Yvro, well, he's thinking about, we started off with a kill. How are we 3-man down at the moment? That knife has a nice little hole. Maybe just a bit too much aggression after that first kill. Especially with the MP9s, you can set up a lot of holes, especially from connector. This time around, it just didn't work out. 20 seconds left on the board. A % chance to clutch this one. To be honest, it's impossible. It doesn't have kits. It's going to take more than 10 seconds to get on that bomb, so it's done. Yivro. Well, he's happy. At least. I'm gonna ask a question from the chat. From the site of looking at the first map, it came very close. Looking at some of these rounds already, is there a possibility for Los Kogutos to fight for this map? Or is this just going to be Rosomaha all the way? And by the way, what team are you supporting? By the way, use the code promo from use the promo code from EPL. You can see the bonus that you're gonna get, 10%, and that's gonna be key drop and a $450 giveaway will be given on that side. You can actually find a link from the chat too. So, hey K Hillside, welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing? My brother from another mother. That's from Rush Hour. You talking to me? No, you, not me. Yeah, I missed that show. A good movie. There's always a chance with Enzo. Okay, we still have a little bit hype on the server, on the chat. Sorry. Nice to see you. Okay. AK is pulling a little bit closer. On top of the platform. That's actually a kill for Darche. A second one coming in from Enzo. Okay, this round is starting to look a little bit better. The A side hit not really going the way that we're hoping for. That's going to be even a on top of the there. And Shotty with Enzo, they're going to lock this down. Enzo comes up with a triple kill in a round like this. Very active. Nice to see it. So he's looking good. Yeah, I smell a repeat of map number 1, but fulfilled possibly by possibly caster. Okay. Just woke up 4 a.m. I'm just getting started. Oh, you're just getting started. Okay. Well, well, watch out, Day. AK Hillside is coming. We're getting some information. There seems to be a reschedule for the second map for today. Nice catch from the connector. Way to get that kill. Apoc will be going down. On to Darkchase. When he comes up with the second one onto Nami. Couple of good frags. The side already to try to balance this one out, but it's going to be the double peek from the connector to just shut down Ivro towards the short. And Enzo left with his rooster on his hands to try to figure this round out. Enzo will be finding that first shot with the AWP. 8-5 at the moment on the score. Dragons with an easy kill. Just understanding that round so well. No Haim later. Yes, there will be Haim later, but it will be far later. So it seems like it's going to be rescheduled at 16:00 CET. So that's, I think that's 7 o'clock my time. So that kind of sucks. But we'll see if I can cast that one. If I can't, maybe there's going to be another caster. I'll try to figure it out. Shot doesn't really land. Oh, that's a nice catch from Enzo from the middle. At least they get the first entry. Nice way to start it off. Yeah, it's 4.5 hours from now. that it's possibly... I'm talking with the crew at the moment, so if I started a little bit earlier, that could be better. Just down Magan. That's gonna be swimming a swing to drop down Nami. In Texas, we do good math. Yeah, I love it. Or meth. Whatever you guys do. But have you seen Asmongold in Texas? He lives there. Sketch brings it back to a 3 versus 3. Oh, catches the player from the window. Doesn't really get the kill though, but information sometimes is a little bit more. Swemmy, underground push. He's going to be the second to this defense. Or execution. And that's a nice shot coming in from the pit. Oh, Sketch to the side. That's going to be the rest of his team to get the kills that they need. And here we are. This is just getting a little bit questionable at the moment. With a good start, Los Kogutos have lost enough teammates to make this a 1 versus 2. With the bomb being planted at... Well, the site has been separated too. Juddy. It's a very good spot to one of the players from the con. That's going to be the full HP player, actually. So Apoc is low. And the play coming behind the... Oh, God, he's playing this so well. And the only thing he has to do is just sneak here. Play the triple box. And a shot to the face. Oh, my God, he plays that well. Apoc. With 4 HP, didn't even come close. 7 on the board. And Rosomaha, they are looking static at the moment on the server. So that's kind of cool to see. Hey, Caster, is your name Beretta? Because you're making me see double. Snuggles Prime, get a job. Let's get back into the game. Okay, okay, that was a good one. I'm gonna give you 1 point. Arche tries to get the first entry kill from the apps. Doesn't really work out. It's gonna be Apoc to come out on top. But Nami actually funds 1 onto Ape. So at least the trades work out. Top of the box here, Yivro has control from middle. Has to be careful though. Some of these players, they know about that boost so well. Not just that they know about the boost, that they're ready for it. That's what scares me usually. It's going to be the B-side execution until it's used to work already. To make sure nobody's going to be holding him. Shot it from the back lines. Oh, he's just going to be tapped to the face. Yivro from the boost actually gets the double. That's exactly what we're talking about. Even if you know it from the middle, it's going to be hard one to get it from the short. A triple kill already on the board. Yivro is looking very sharp on this round. That's going to be Nami to shut it down in the second round from Los Pollitos. All right. More of this, please. This is actually still doable. 7 for Rosomaha, but it is possible from the from Los Kogutos to gain 5. Oh shit! And that's a doable situation for them. Up we go. Sweaty. Ready from the pit to go for the timing. Looking at the weaponry from the CT side. Bot. Okay. Just a couple of mates. It's okay. Let's catch from the smoke. That's Dark Shade. Already being dropped from the cross. They just take a little bit of damage, but they have basically the A-side control. They have to be a little bit careful. There aren't any crazy utility from the side of Los Kogutos, but they have a molly. When the players fail alone HP, they use that perfectly. That could work out, but just look at the push coming through, the ticket smoke. It's just going to work out for the T-side so well. Enzo gets the trade. It's a 3 versus 5, a man disadvantage, and they need to get into the site. The problem is they can't lead any more rounds. On top of the box, it's a kill for Swemmy. A couple of kills for Chuddy, but Randy at least gets the trade. And that is just going to be him shutting the player on top of the ticket. And Rosso, they are looking at their 8 on the board already. Los Kogutos, the only thing they can come out of this half with is 4. My English is just getting stuck at the moment. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's like my brain hasn't still woken up. If there was like a quick reboot I can actually press. Let's see. Nice attempt, but it really just didn't work out. There was a couple of good shots from, I think it was Shuddy. Got that double onto the side, but the problem is at that point, there were so shy on members. Basic utility for the B-apps, waiting for that rush, but it's not going to happen this time around. Apoc Faked it perfectly. That's gonna be a part. Link from under. Anybody wants to go for information? Have a good time. A nade being used underneath the window. A smoke to cover off the connector. Shoddy tries to go for... That's a little bit too much noise here, maybe. APOC doesn't really... Let's see a little bit of a swap. Of course, it works out for the T side again. Pushes in, and even from the short, Enzo tries to go for the control. But from the window's right angle, it's got to be Euro to at least drop one, but he gets away. Back to the ladder rooms. And I have to say, of course, the little turnaround from the smoke just works out for the T side as well. How does it work? Nothing else being given. And a Glock shot to the face just to give them enough injury to the insult. Or insult to the injury, whatever you want to go for. At this point... This is just very Rosho side of game. Nice shot from Matt. And a kill for the top mid. It's done. And it hurts. It hurts. Wait a minute, this was a CT-sided map. How is it possible that the Ds might actually win the rounds here? This isn't... A little bit of a go back on the last map. I love being right. Nice catch from APOC. That's gotta be the first. Yeah, Chadi is just out of it at the moment. Another kill for even the ticket, and it's just done. Yeah, these rounds. The problem is, what we're looking at the moment is from the defense. They're playing so passively that they're not even trying to fight for the players on the site. So what it ultimately comes into is just Rosomaha hitting their shots on the swing. And they're just literally hitting every shot. So we go for that strat again and again and again. Oh god. Oh my god, Randy, please stop right now! This is just getting out of hand at the moment. Even if Nate, oh, they're just absolutely abusing Nami. He's not enjoying his life. Just throw the weapon away. Try to surrender. It's done. Oh my god. That's like a cat playing with food. But I'm actually surprised. This is a 52% CT-sided map. How is it possible that the Ts actually have 10 on the board? This never happens. Never. In the history of Counter-Strike. And I've cast it for a little while now. Now the question is, a little question for the chat. Is it possible for Los Kogutos to have a ridiculous T-side here, even against the odds, and actually win this? I'm flabbergasted. Oh my god! What? 10 on the board on your own mapping? What? How is this possible? Yes, very flabbergasted. I didn't really know there was this. I think maybe Los Kogutos is just having a bad day. That could be one of portion of the code. That sometimes you just have a bad start. It is possible. I didn't really know that these two. I actually thought that these two teams were gonna match up pretty well. Never been that wrong on something. Already the side being lost. Catch coming in from the CT low, so actually catching one. That's gonna be Chuddy with a double. Okay, at least if they win the pistol, this is doable. And Enzo's couple of headshots. Well, Johnny closes down with the trick K on this round. Enzo gets a couple of more kills too. And Los Pollos Locos from Los Hermanos de Cartel. Looking very good at the moment. And they're actually... Well... If they want to come back into this game, looking at what happened on Nuke, they really needed to start to win some very good rounds, of course, and to chain them together. They did lose the pistol, but if they could win the pistol round like they did, win the rounds after that, and start to chain it up. Win a couple of gun rounds against the CT7, get them on that money lock. And if they could actually find a way into some of these rounds, seeing how they're going to play this, how the defense is going to work out, there is a little bit of a chance to have some greater comebacks. On my back. Sorry, comebacks. But let's see if this is still possible. Short hold coming in from Enzo. That's got to be the smoke for the window. Randy. Down. Going to be a 2-point attack from the connector. Meeting up with the players from the pit. Spotting the sandwich. Nobody's talking. Nami with the first kill. Darkshade jumps into the action. Doesn't get the fly kill, but it's going to at least be nice little kill from Randy. USB round. CT is trying to invest every single buck that they have for the upcoming weapons. And that's going to be a lot of them. So, a rifle round in theory. We're not going to see an op yet. And looking at the money, they can go for a couple of sets of utility. It's not going to be great, but at least something. Let's see if they can actually keep this up. Or maybe some good luck. People are even saying that Los Kogutos can be dangerous. Okay. Already. Do we have any Los Kogutos fans in the chat? Do we have any Rosomaha fans in the chat? Shotty will be taking the left side area, holding down the short of his teammate. Seems like they are getting ready to push in from the short. For a second here, it seems like they wanted to go for the connector. But short seems to be the only way in. That is going to be the double hold coming in. Neither of the players actually showing their cards. That's going to be the molly, but the smoke extends a little bit more space for APOC to play for. And from the backside, spawning one of the players. Baggin comes out with a kill, but inside the smokes. This is such good movement coming in from APOC. They have no idea where he's playing from. Trying to go for the bomb plant into the default. This might be the problem. Already coming through it. The smoke is just a little bit too long. Gets that first kill. It's a 2 versus 2, but the problem is Nami is still at short. And turns around at the perfect timing and leaves Swemi into a 1 versus 2, walking in to that crosshair. Enzo closes it down. And Los Kogutos with 5 on the board, half a round away. Yeah. You didn't see that one coming, did ya? Los Kogutos, los pollos locos, los gallinas loquitas. There's so many ways you can actually say that. Los gallo. I think gallo is rooster. Angle from the apps as well. That's gotta be sketchy to get that first kill with the 5-7. Randy. The stairs. Anybody who wants to jump on top of here. I think they're up with a couple of 50 cows. And that's a lot of bullets. That's even the Molotov for the stairs. Stacking one of the kills with 5-7 coming out of clutch. What the hell is going on? Magan comes out with a double kill, and it will be only Darch alone. And so far away from the side, even without kits. Oh, this is going to be a banger to try to hold down to. It's just a shutdown from Sketch. And that's the round. Sometimes the pistols from the close angles are just the better weapons. Even an AK being picked up, and that is look at the weaponry from the CT side. Oh my god. An absolute close of a round from Rojo. 5-7s close to the apps. 5-7s from the ticket. Even a deagle inside that smoke just working to perfection. To a T. Two rounds away from an absolute victory here. Jump on towards the railing here, towards the short. Randy has a superior position. Anybody who wants to push in, that flash barely does anything at this point. You need a high flash. There's a way you can actually throw it. I had that flash, but it's a from Randy. Gets the second one as well. He keeps the name on the board. Tells them that this is my area. You have nothing here. Kogutos just walking into those bullets. APOC even activates from the underground. And this round is almost nearly just done. 3 players down. Just 8 points of health being done. Okay, they actually get a shot. One in the short. Second shot coming from Nami. Okay, that's going to be APOC with the lurk, which is a lot more superior. And a 3 versus 1 from Nami with 44 points of health. This 8k could be the way to actually drop it down. They know that the player is on the ladder room. The only thing they can do is just wait him to push out. Okay, when the rat gets cornered, Smuya start to hit some shots, I guess. So, double hold, but it's going to be Sketch to come out on top. 12 on the board. A round away from a 2-0 victory. Mads, long time no see. How we doing? We're doing good. I really need to hit the bathroom though, so that's all we get. I'm just going to be utility only for the backside boxes, but it's just going to be an A-side push. Already holding on from underneath that balcony. Anybody who wants to go for the swing, that on is just holding it down even through the smoke. Randy, this is ridiculous at the moment. From the firebox, it is going to be the first kill, and they know that the player inside that smoke. Oh god, the swinger from the balcony goes down, and I have to say that was one of the most one-sided games that we have seen, even with 5 rounds on the board. Rosomaha, they were playing like a game out of Toy Story. It wasn't even funny at that point, but it's done. So, 2-0 for the first match of the day, and the second match actually got rescheduled, which means that we are going to be taking a very long break. So, guys, don't get crazy. Don't go absolutely nuts in the chat. Yes, we do have another best of 3, but it got rescheduled to 16 CET. So that will be happening a lot later on today in about 4 hours. And we will be hopping back in. I'm not entirely sure who will be casting if I have the time. Hopefully I do, because it's going to be Heimo going against, I don't even remember who. Give me a second. I don't even care. I think it was Lightbit. So yeah. So a Finnish team still on this portion of the tournament is still trying to hang on, going against Lightbit. We're going to see that game in about 4 hours. See you then. Check back in. And of course, congratulations for Rosomaha to continuing their story on the lower bracket. But for Los Kogutos, it's time to say Los Pollitos, because the Nuggets, they got fried. So we'll be heading off. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast. And we will be seeing you on the second best of 3 a little bit later on today. Bye-bye.